The eyedropper tool is very simple, but there's a bunch of different options in it. I'm going to go to press I, hit I in order to access it, and you see there's a lot of options here. Now, the eyedropper on its own, basically what you do is you click and it sets the foreground color to whatever you click on. If you right click, you could do things such as do something in 11 by 11 average, so rather than just looking at the exact pixel underneath, it gets a general average, which is nice when you have something like a sky like this, and you want to get really that color of the sky rather than just the random colors of, here, let's just zoom in here again, then, just the random colors that you're getting from here to here. You just kind of want the average of everything. So that's what right clicking allows you to do. Not that many different things in the option bar. Show sample ring, don't show sample ring. I like the sample ring. It's fancy. You can sample all layers. I suggest you just do that. The only reason why you'd set this to something else is if you don't want the color adjustment layers to be affected. Now, fact of the matter is very few people go to the eyedropper tool as the eyedropper tool. What they'll do is they'll just hit foreground color, and then if you move your cursor outside of it, it immediately turns into the eyedropper tool, accomplishing the same thing. The other options inside of the eyedropper tool, color sample tool, very similar thing, only every time you click, you not only get the information once, but you actually can save up to 4 different numbers. And that can be good if you're doing something such as web design, if you want to get 4 different numbers. Then you can clear it up here, point size or different sizes right there. So yay, yay, yay. Great, I just got my 4 colors. So that's just called the color sampler tool. Ruler tool allows you to measure straight lines. You can actually use this to straighten a layer. So here, let's say that let's just create a new layer right here. Great, control copy, control V, and we'll put it over here. Let's say that I was to take out the ruler tool, which I get to by pressing I, and I wanted to straighten it right here, so let's just make sure that this is perfectly straight. Press straighten layer. It's a little bit more obvious when I do it in this one. So there we go. It just straightens it however you do. If I were to make it as diagonal as this and press straighten, it would be a lot more obvious with the effect. So that can be good if you have something that's just a little bit cockeyed within the image. Let's go back to here. There's a few other options inside of this note tool. Let's say that you want to take notes throughout it. So let's say you put a note here, cow's head, you put a note here, cow's nose, and you can actually just step through all of the different notes as they're located right here. Hit Control H to hide and reveal those. There's a few different options, but there's really nothing much inside of notes. You can trash the notes by hitting the trash can right there. Pretty straightforward stuff. If you don't see this little notes panel, don't worry. If you go to the notes icon, it will immediately pop up. No great options up there. The last one that I want to show you is count. So what you can do is you can set numbers so people are able to understand by number 6, by number 7, by number 8. People will use this in web design just to indicate different parts of the image. I'm talking about that area by number 12. If you want it, it's right there. It counts. You can set the color, the size. You can set the groups. You can create folders. You can make it much more complicated. I don't use this too much, but I imagine there are people who do, which is why it exists. Again, Control H to turn that on and off. There is one more tool here called the 3D Material Eyedropper. And in order to show you what that does, I need to create a 3D shape. So let's quickly do that. Just going to just turn this text into 3D really quickly. Point of this tutorial isn't to show you how to create 3D, so I'm not going to spend much time on that. The point of this is just to show you what the 3D Material Eyedropper does. It allows you to select over parts of a 3D material, and it will show you which material is right there. And even better than that, if you right-click in this, you can change the material that it's hovering over. So truth be told, this is no different than using the Move tool. When you're on a 3D layer, right-clicking and then going to this Materials tab, but it's just another tool in order to accomplish that right there. I don't think there's too much else for this tool, so let's end it right there. For the full 4-hour Photoshop crash course, click on the link below. And to get more of the tools, just click on this link inside of the video itself. Thanks for joining me.